Hey everybody, welcome back to my Slice of Heaven. Today is August 2nd, 2025, and we're back here on Foggy Ridge Farm. We got some updates we're going to make because we have not been here in a month, and I know you hear that on every video I make, but it's true. I mean, these last couple weeks, we had to go out to Maryland for a few days for a family member's funeral. Then we had a weekend with rain where we couldn't get here because, as you know, we don't actually live here, so we only can come on weekends. And usually we come Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and leave Tuesday. But we had rain one of those weekends, and then the past 2 weekends was up in the hundreds, and our air conditioning on our camper is going out, so we didn't have no way to get in and out of the heat, so we didn't want to come. But I got some good news. We was planning on coming today regardless. Today is Saturday. We got here about 2 a.m. last night on Friday. But yesterday, the well company came and put our pump in. Now, they could not test the well or test to see if everything worked okay because our electric is inside our barn. We were not here and our barn was closed up. But before we get to that, I want to take you around and show you some other things I got to do. Like, we're going to work on that tractor today. And I know you've heard this before, but that tractor's been sitting for like 2 years now. We've had a bunch of stuff going on the past couple of years and haven't got to use it. But today, I'm going to try to get it running because I have some other exciting news about that. But I'm going to take you up here, hook up to the tractor, show you some other updates, and then we'll get back to talking about the water. So I know you're hearing a bunch of clanging in the background, guys. That's our air conditioner on our camper. It's going up on us. But I need to unplug this cord and drag it down to the tractor, which is, don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but it's down that way. So let me go ahead and get this started. So what I'm doing, guys, is I need to run electric down there so that I can plug in the battery charger. And I'm going to try to carry you guys with me so I ain't got to walk all the way back here just to get the camera. And guys, after a couple weeks of in the hundreds, it's actually only in the low 70s today. And we got a nice breeze. It feels really nice. So the last time we was here, and you could probably see in the grass or in the background, the grass is very tall. We cut all the grass last time we was here. But like I said, that was a month ago. So I'm hoping this cord reaches to the tractor. And guys, a lot of my trees are dying. We ain't been here to water them. I see a couple of the apple trees have died. Some of our bigger chestnut trees that we repotted in the summer or in the early spring, they've died on us. And if for some reason, and I know I'm bouncing you guys all over the place, but if for some reason this cord doesn't reach, I do have other cords. And I can tell you right now, it is not going to reach. A few feet shy. I mean, we're right here at the barn, or at the shed. The tractor's right there. So let me turn you off and I'll get back to you all in a second. So guys, when I open this engine compartment up, I fully expect to see a bee's nest because it seems like if anything around here sits still long enough, the paper wasps make a nest on it. And I do not see any bee nests. I did try to crank this over, it would not start. So we're gonna hook the battery charger up to it. And I'm gonna go ahead and untangle this cord now, or future Joey will not be happy. I really like this battery charger. The older styles that I grew up with, as soon as you plugged it in, it was on. These new ones don't actually turn on until you actually hook up to the battery. Which I like that. All right, so negative to negative. Positive to positive. It's on. It's saying it's fully charged, but I've already tried to start it and it did not start. The gauge says it's fully charged. The light says it's not. So but I do not have any power. To this machine. I can definitely hear it cycling on and off. So guys, I have every intention that this is going to take a while to charge, so that's why I wanted to get that set up now. So let me go over and give you a quick update on the trees across the driveway here. And like I said, we stuck them over here thinking we was going to be here regularly to water them. I mean, a lot of them still look nice. Getting a little light in the color, but we're going to water the heck out of them today at some point. But I see like 2 of them in there that might be too far gone to save. But all in all, they look pretty decent. They're dry. They need to be changed. Oh man, this is one of my apple trees that died. This was a graft that I was actually taking. So is that one. That sucks. All these big pots right here are apple trees, and they're gone. That really sucks. I should be able to save this one. Might be able to save that one back there, but these other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are gone. They're dead. I still have some apple trees back in there though. Our goal this year, one of our goals was to clean all this out. I'm sorry, I left you guys over here looking at that. But one of our goals this year was to get all these trees planted in the bigger pots. We just never got to it. That's one of the reasons we actually came today, was to do this. But I don't know if we're going to get to it now. We definitely want to get that water hooked up. We got some Mexican plums over here. They're not looking all that great. But for the most part, these trees don't look that bad. I think we can save them just by giving them water. All right, but let's get back up to the barn because I think Chris has breakfast ready and I'm a little hungry. And I'll be back to talk to you about some more stuff here in a minute. So these are the cages we moved last time we were here. And I do see 3 trees in there that are dead. The rest of them look okay. We have this cage here, which all of these look okay. We have this cage here. All the chestnuts look okay. Some of the apples are okay. But I do see 1, 2 trees that are dead, apple trees. Now a lot of these, if you remember, I was talking about in the past video, which I have never been posted yet. But I'll get that out before this one. A lot of these apple trees, the graft did not take. And while we're here, I want to talk to you about something else. So, we were fully expecting to have our water by now. You know, a lot of you guys know it's been a 2-year struggle. And right here's our hydrant. Now when we moved these cages, we actually bought a hose, sprinkler, and a timer so we could water these twice a day while we're not here. But we never got water, and you know, I'm not blaming the guy because we didn't get water. I mean, there's a couple things he did that was wrong, but he took over a new business. He's having trouble with his new truck, his well pump truck for putting the pumping stuff down in the well. So that just took time for him to get it fixed. And supposedly it's fixed and we have water now, but we're going to find out here in a little bit. To you, it'll feel like a minute or two. To me, it's going to be a little bit longer. If you remember the last video, these pawpaws had not even broke leaves yet. They're looking good. And we have figured out that these trees on this side are sawtooth oak. The taller ones are the sawtooth oak. These front ones are pawpaws. And then we have a couple of the, what is that? I can't see the name right now. Oh yeah, I can. These are persimmon. I can see there's a couple trees in there that did not pop up this year. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 from here, but the majority of them came back. They're looking pretty good. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go right now because Chris, like I said, has breakfast ready. I'm going to go eat. I need something to drink. And then we'll get you set up to showing you what we're doing about the water and talk about that. Before we actually start in the bathroom, I'm going to take you around back and show you the well. And this will be my first time looking at it also. So we'll see what our first impressions are of their work. So 2 years ago, we had that first well dug. We originally wanted it back here. But this was not all, I'm going to use the word developed. It's not really developed. I mean, it's flat. It's drivable now, but back then it wasn't. It was all mainly mud. But now it's pretty solid. Gets a little soft back here when it rains pretty good, but it's pretty solid right now. So here's the well right here. What a joke. What a joke. Look at this, guys. They couldn't even pick up their damn trash. Had to give me and Chris something else to do today, to pick up their trash. But here's the well. I can see where the water line comes out and goes under the ground. This is the electric going down. I think I'm going to put a little bit of caulk or sealant around there because that is not a very tight fit. And then we'll need to backfill this. But yeah, I think we're okay here. We'll get to this part later. First thing we want to do inside the bathroom where the actual line comes in and goes into our pressure tank and our holding tank, we want to put a turn-off valve there. And the reason I want to do that is so that when we turn the water on, we can stop the water from going into the pressure tank first and have the water blow out through our first hydrant and clear out any dirt or debris before it actually goes into the pressure tank. I know a little will still go in there because there's a little bit of a line that goes, like 6 foot of line that goes from the outside of the barn into the pressure tank, but hopefully we'll push all of it out the other end. So right here is where the main water line comes into the bathroom here. Somewhere right in this middle, I'm going to put a valve. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold this here, mark that pipe there, cut it, put this in, have off going inside, that way it's not sticking out in anybody's way. So I'm going to get started on that. Alright guys, moment of truth. I'm going to cut this pipe. You probably won't be able to see very well. And then we're going to slip this on. Hopefully I can do this okay. Oh yeah, it slips on it. This will actually be my first piece of my, well, we should put the rings on first. But this is actually my first pipe PEX pipe connections that I've ever made with this type of tool. I'm going to slip one on the side, one on the side. Get them close to the edge. So I'm guessing this is my first time ever using this tool also. You put the little notch in here and then you clamp it tight, I'm thinking. So let's see. Right here, I put the valve in. I wanted it up straight, but I didn't realize it slipped down on me when I was tightening that thing up. So I'm guessing it'll be okay. So one of the next things we want to do is hook a spigot up, or a hose up to the hydrant outside. And then we're going to go get the loader and the tank, because the guy says we want to run this for at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes till the water starts running clear. And we're not going to waste that water, guys. We're going to put it in the tank so we can take it down there and water those trees. So let's go do that now. Chris just hooked up the water hose. So we were told to open up the closest hydrant, let the water run out for 10 to 15 minutes to let all the dirt and debris come out of the pipes until the water runs clear. We're not going to waste that water. We're going to put it into our tote. But then after that starts running clear, we're going to go to the next one that's behind the camera and open that one up and let the air come out of the line and let that one run clear. Then we will close that one. And then we'll go down to the two hydrants down there by the trees that we have planted in those cages. We'll turn the closest one on first, let the air come out of that one. And then we'll go down to the last one and do the same thing till we get all that air out. All the time leaving this hydrant where Chris is at on, because we cannot shut it off, because right now the pressure tank is not hooked up, so there's no pressure switch to actually turn off the pump yet. So then after we get these hydrants, all the air out of these hydrants, then we'll go back and turn on that valve that we just installed and let water go into the pressure tank and let that fill up. And then we should have water, guys. We got the hose hooked up. Oh, we didn't check, make sure we got this tight enough though. Let me do that real quick. Chris hooked that up so I had to get a little bit extra strength. But we're going to hit this breaker. We should hear something.
Want me to walk back by the barn? By the what? Pump?
I didn't hear anything, guys. Well, everybody, this video is just getting a little too long, so I think I'm going to stop it here. I thought we'd hear a little bit of something. And we're going to pick up with a part 2. We'll probably have that out in the next few days. Thank you all for watching, and if you're interested in these type of videos, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and we will see you on the next one.